Hi, it's Scott here with the increasingly hairy head, thanks to the lockdown. Sorry about that, getting a bit interesting. I speak about workplace of the future, and I try to give companies and individuals ideas about how they can get into that future better and faster. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell if you want notification of any of my future videos. Let's get into this. One of my key themes when I'm speaking for the last 18 months has been the idea of radical simplicity. Now that doesn't mean that everything should be simple. That means that if we really want to impact on ourselves or on our workforces or our clients, we have to have the capability to do things simply, or as a minimum at the level that everyone in that receiving audience is operating at. Now, one of the things I'm very keen on, and I think organisations as we move into the future have to really think about, is how do you develop narratives in your business? How do you become better storytellers? So one of the ways I've been thinking about that involves my children. Now, I'm sure all you parents out there are quite good at telling stories. Eventually you get to the point where you can pick up any book and you can read it to your kids, but something that I've done with my kids for a long number of years is this. This is a thing called, if you can see it there, it's called story cubes. And what this is about is you basically open it, and inside there are a whole range of themes that you can tell your children a story about, and then the kids can roll the die and choose what things you need to tell them a story about. Now that works, and I think my experience is with practice you get better at it. Now I'd never really put two and two together here to get four. In other words, to try and use that really clever idea for telling story with kids to use it at work. But just last week I was doing this background I was doing a piece on how scientists can engage the public better, and I was thinking about, okay, what do I need to do, what do I need to talk to them about, and I put all sorts of artefacts behind me, and all these artefacts are things that I've either spoken about before, or there's been what I call a threshold moment in my life which has led to a better understanding, whether it's been of science, of life, or anything else. And then one of my friends, she said to me, she said, why don't you use it for people to tell stories about? And I thought, So what I did was, I tested this a couple of weeks ago now, and I said to the group I was talking to, and it was quite a big group, and I said to them, look, we're going to stop for a few minutes from the keynote that I was delivering, and I said, look, behind me you can see some artefacts. Somebody choose one and let's see if I can tell a story about it. So right away they went for it, and they chose the skull. That was the one that they chose first of all. I've got a microscope down here from my days as a scientist. I've got my favourite book, The Lord of the Rings, up here, and there's a story behind that involves me living in a cupboard. There's all sorts of things. There's skulls, there's a rugby ball, there's test tubes, there's a lovely little prayer bell bowl there, which is lovely. There's Neil Peart, just that model, see him right there, that's Neil Peart, the drummer and thinker and writer from Rush. So I just wanted to put a whole load of things that I could talk about. There's more here as well, and what I think companies could do with this, and it's a nice idea, and I'm very grateful to Heather and my other friend Tom Morley for really helping me have this idea and bring all these streams together. But one of the things that companies and I know individuals often say to me, they say, I don't have a story to tell. Well, you do have a story to tell. Everybody's got a story to tell. And maybe what you could do is start to collect artefacts, and these artefacts you could use with clients. So why not? I mean, I remember some time ago when I was working in the consulting world, where we were working with the British mail company called Royal Mail. And it was a very big deal, and we thought, okay, what did the Royal Mail do? Well, the Royal Mail deliver letters. So we prepared our bid for this work. It was a technology piece, doesn't really matter what it was for, but we had it scribed in ink, professionally scribed in ink, and then sent it to the Royal Mail. They absolutely loved it because artefacts help generate stories, and they immediately started to create a narrative in their head about how well we understood their business. I hope you found that interesting. I hope you can use it, and if you did, please click the subscribe button down in the bottom corner here and hit the bell if you want to get notified of any of my future videos. Thanks very much.